tuning in to D4 Sports, Day Drinking with Don and Dustin. I'm Don.
And I'm Dustin, and we're bringing you sports talk from around the world and drinking tips to make every game a winner.
We appreciate you checking out our podcast. So now,
Live from Lubbock, Texas,
and London, England,
this is D4.
Welcome everyone to D4 Sports Day Drinking with Don and Dustin, episode number 99. We are on the brink, Dustin. On the brink.
Last episode, right?
Might be. Yeah. Hey, look, you never know. You can't take anything for granted these days.
That's true. But I mean, who really wants to do 100? That's a lot.
Well, true. Yeah. But I mean, if we keep flooding YouTube like we have been, you know, they're going to come to us and they're going to shut us down. They're going to say, well, we can't handle all the traffic. So, you know, there's that. We'll have to deal with the authorities, but
we must have become the spam site for YouTube, because that's about the only traffic we're getting.
I'd take it. Actually, I had this in my notes. I was going to share it later, but I'll just go into it now. We have taken Japan by storm.
Oh, yeah.
The largest number of downloads in the last month have come from Japan. Why? Yeah. No idea. Is it a bot? Probably. But you know what?
For sure.
We'll take it.
It's been like 3 downloads?
No. It was hundreds from Japan.
Really?
So, who knows? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's kind of odd, but we're global.
Going. Just make us some money, Japan. Come on.
It's a global show.
We need one of those YouTube, what is it, the silver play buttons that they've got in the background of some of those shows?
I don't even know.
If you have enough subscribers or some downloads, I don't.
Yeah, I'm not a YouTube
We're
guy,
so good at this,
really.
We don't even pay attention to the minutia that YouTube is.
No, I don't even know. I kind of, at this point, we've talked about before Dungeon Crawler Carl and the book series.
Yes.
Yes. Number of views, 5 quintillion. Number of followers, 400 quadrillion. Those are the kind of numbers we're putting up.
Yes.
Of course, the question is who's Carl and who's Donut
Carl on my bingo card for this podcast. But yet here we are.
Yeah, here we are. And for those who have no idea what it is, go look it up. It's a very entertaining series, book series, kind of a fantasy role play game book. And definitely get audiobooks. Get the audiobooks. Don't read.
You have to listen. You can't.
It's probably fine if you read it too, but yeah, audiobooks are the way to go with them.
Like literature role playing game, I think is what it is.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, that's the genre. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm on book 6. It's crazy.
I just finished 4, so I've been doing my part for Matt Dinneman and Dungeon Crawler Carl this year.
Yeah.
In 2026, but
anyway. Man, we didn't slowly get off the rails. We jumped off early.
Well, might as well. It's the opening segment. We usually talk about the weather, and I'm sure nobody's particularly interested in the weather. Although you see, again, my air conditioning unit is working overtime in the background because it is hot again here. We're going to push 90 today. Fahrenheit, 32 for those in the Celsius world. Yeah, I was sitting there thinking to myself, I saw you come on, I was like, no chance I'm putting on a hoodie right now. Absolutely zero. That's hotter in your place than it is in my place, and you're wearing a hoodie, and I am going to suffer with the windows closed to try to keep the background noise down for a couple hours. But
thank you for that. I appreciate your suffering that you do for the 99 episodes that we've
It's what I do for the pod. But one more hot week, and then it's supposed to kind of revert to somewhat normal temperatures. But I mean, as people keep hearing about the heat waves in Europe, it has not rained here at all in like almost 2 months. It is wild. It's looked like Lubbock. All of the grass is browned out. The ground is hard. It is crazy how dry it is. It was the driest July ever recorded. in London and in most of England, most of the parts of England this last summer. So, and there's no rain in the forecast for another couple of weeks. So we'll see. But it's pretty crazy over here.
That may be the first time that London has ever been compared to Lubbock. Like on the same level.
Be. Yeah. Other than this podcast, probably never.
Yeah, I would not say London looks like Lubbock or vice versa. In any
well,
sense.
no, not usually. But I mean, I'm telling you, I could throw up some pictures of the park up there and you'd be like, could be Mackenzie Park.
Historically speaking, it's very similar. But outside of that, I mean.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Very similar. But yeah, been crazy here. Been hot and extremely dry. They've got, what they call hose pipe bans is what they call them here. In effect. So basically you can't water your grass. You can't wash your car. I don't have any grass. I don't own a car. So I'm pretty well unaffected by the hose pipe ban. But in the event that I wanted to break out a hose and start spraying people, I guess I'll have to wait.
Standing on the corner.
People welcome it at this point. I'm telling you, it's been so hot and dry around here. People will probably be,
Then there'll be that one person like, hose ban.
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of that, this is a wild story. I was in the park. Karen and I were in the park together last weekend. And I'm sitting there, and we're on a bench in the Rose Garden. And I'm sitting there, and I'm enjoying a little cigar. And this guy gets up from across the way and starts walking around. And he looks like he looks over at us and yells something. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I watch him. He kind of walks back. He picks up all his stuff. He starts coming at me, walking toward us. And Karen, I had my headphones in. My wife's, Karen's like, he's talking to you. And he came over and he starts railing about me smoking in the park. And there's kids around. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, like, saying how I was going to damage their lungs and put them in danger and whatever. It was a little wild. I mean, one of those moments where I'm glad I'm in London and I know nobody's got a gun because, he's he wouldn't have one. But it was unsettling to say the least. He wasn't like psycho aggressive or something. But the wild thing, Dustin, he was at least 50 feet away from me, right? So that even if he smelled it, they would have been like a passing sort of, right? Oh, I smelled somebody. And I wasn't even the only person smoking out there. But he came at me. So that was fun.
You just have that persona about you that make people want to come up to you and rant at you, I guess.
Well, I guess, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It was definitely wild. And he wasn't like loaded. He wasn't like, strung out or anything like that. It was just, apparently he decided that what I was doing was completely inappropriate, though, of course, mind you, even he acknowledged that I wasn't like doing anything wrong. But I spared, the lecture of secondhand smoke and the fact that we were outdoors, and I would literally basically have to take a child and blow the smoke directly into their mouth in order for it to even have any impact outside. But, there's that. But yeah, he was all for the kids. He was concerned about the kids.
Of course.
So there you go.
Of course.
And that's when I pulled out and I said, yeah, well, I'm going to start drinking too. I didn't actually. And I wasn't drinking. But
you should have said continue.
But here's what I am drinking for the day. After, I plan to go have my smoke a little later. But little Estrella Damm. It's a Barcelona Spanish beer. Nice little lager. Nice cold summertime lager. Because again, it's hot here, and I didn't really feel like a cocktail, so I was thinking, let's go beer. So a nice little cold Cerveza Mediterránea, as the label says.
Very nice.
That's what I'm drinking today, and I got some water.
Well, I mean, of course.
Yeah, hydration, always important. What are you working on over there?
Coffee.
Hey, nice mug.
Thank you. Somebody very lovely got me this London mug, so I do appreciate that. It's Jackson Street something from New Orleans.
Oh, it's more of the New Orleans coffee. Is it the flavored one from last
This
time?
one is actually very good.
Okay.
It is not the beignet, whatever that was.
Yeah.
But I also found this in my fridge. I guess I got this for the pod a while back, and just found it in the fridge this morning.
Been hanging out in the back of the fridge.
Yeah, probably for a
All
good
right.
reason. Lady Bird Tejas Cola.
Oh,
So I'm
very
going
nice.
with the Spanish.
well, I went Spanish. You're going Mexican, right? So there you go.
No, that's right.
I mean, is it actually what Tejas Cola? What is that? Is that a
6 grams of sugar and 2 grams of fiber.
fiber?
Because that's what I want in my soda.
Yeah.
Give me some fiber, some
Yeah.
gut producing fun stuff. Here we go.
Tejas Cola. Oh, it looks good.
Solid. That's a good cola soda. That's not good.
No. What does it taste like? Is it
A bad soda, like a
oh
what is the like worse than a not hand-me-down? What is the word I'm looking for? Like you've got Coca-Cola as the top one, and then you've got
okay, yeah, like a knockoff cola,
like a
your
knockoff
Shasta,
brand.
like your
Yeah.
or RC Cola, or whatever you used
That's
to,
what I was thinking. RC Cola. This is worse than RC Cola.
Nice.
This is bad. This is really bad.
Heck, go in for a little more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that nice. Well, it's interesting because over here, almost all sodas are low sugar, right? And are you all right? I'm not sure he's going to make it, folks. Those of you who aren't watching, all of our Japanese YouTube subscribers are, kind of all collectively holding their breath, worried about Dustin. But are you all right?
Mm-hmm.
The Tejas Cola is taking it out of you, huh?
That was something.
Well, yeah, I was going to say that there's a sugar tax. There's a big sugar tax in the UK. That was something that was done in the last decade to try to improve health. So the overwhelming majority of soda you'll find is low-cal soda. Coke Zero or whatever they call, like Sprite Zero or that sort of thing, or all that sort of thing. There are full sugar sodas available, but they're harder to find. But so that they're probably even less sugar than that Tejas Cola, but I can't say fiber.
I don't know if
put a little throw a little postum in there, or I wonder what that would be. Metamucil, a little dash of Metamucil.
That was something
Nice. Well, let me throw an opening shot out there, and this is I'm going to continue with the drinking theme here, and though as Mr. Gentleman in the Park who didn't appreciate my smoking outdoors, having a pint outdoors is quintessential British experience, right? You go to the pub, especially in the summer, even in the winter if you're bold. But you're in this pub, you get your pint, you stand out front. So you walk by any pub and the streets are out front are full, right? Now, of course, in some neighborhoods, they all have signs that say, please leave quietly, especially after like 9:00, and all these sorts of things, because they don't want you disrupting the neighborhood. But so I live in the city of Westminster, which is one of the 20 boroughs in London. And the council members of the city of Westminster literally proposed a ban on they're calling vertical pints, which I think is a great term. But basically, that's standing outside the pub to have a pint in Soho. In Soho, of all places, right? Like the heart of the West End, the heart of the nightlife entertainment scene. And so this made news, and within like 2 hours of this being announced, Andy Burnham, who is the new prime minister, came out and said, no chance. He said, that's quintessential British culture. That's part of British life, is standing at the pub with your mates, whether you're, outside. And I'm just going to say, I know we try not to get political, but Andy Burnham is now officially my favorite politician as a defender of vertical pints, standing outside the pub, having one. And I'm all here for it. So there you go.
I mean, I think that good on him. That is absolutely something that is very enjoyable. Just
yes. And
I mean, you go to a tailgate during football season, and there are plenty of vertical pints going around.
Yeah. Well,
maybe
right,
not
and
pints
so
itself, but
sure. But and that's the thing, right? In America, there's very few places that you can legally drink in public. You can't drink on the streets. You can in Vegas and New Orleans, a couple of other cities. It's really, really uncommon. And here it's legal everywhere. I mean, unless it's posted. I mean, you couldn't probably stand in front of a school and drink. I mean, whatever, right? And there are places where they won't let you. But, I mean, people here, you go to the park, people walk over to the park, you have a couple sit down with a bottle of wine, have guys sitting there with a couple of pints. I mean, it's just part of life over here, right? And every pub, I mean, you stand out front when it's hot because you don't want to just sit inside because, again, most of them aren't air conditioned and whatnot. So you stand out front, you hang out, you have a pint or a glass of wine or, Aperol Spritz or a Coke. I mean, you don't have to be alcohol, right? Because it's just part of pub life. And I for the life of me, I can't understand what the rationale was of the Westminster Council. And some people were trying to couch it in.
On the council, you have more than one individual. So,
well, right.
I'm curious to everybody going, that's a good idea. And not one person going, it's not going to go over very well.
Who knows how the vote actually went? But they talk about when they tried to expand seating and stuff. But I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's when my wife and Karen and I were talking about it, and even she's like, that's ridiculous, right? I mean, she's not. She enjoys the pub, but it's not her favorite thing in the world, right? But I'm like, especially in Soho of all places. Yeah, there's some people that live there, but I mean, if you live in Soho, you know what you're getting into. It's like moving into Times Square. And you'd be like, well, you guys get out on the street. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But so anyway, I'm
sure it wasn't all for, none against, but still, like,
yeah,
that is surprising.
Yeah, it was very surprising. And again, Andy Burnham weighed in on that one in a hurry. And
real quick.
So that was one of the clever news stories of the week. So that's my opening shot.
I mean, vertical why can't we go the political route? I mean, that's right up our alley.
Look, we've made it 99 episodes with the barest of mention of any political figures. Probably in our best interest to keep doing it.
Episode 100, politics galore.
Yeah, that's what it is. D4 goes political. All right, what do you got? Stop drinking that. I mean,
gotta finish it.
You don't. It's all right.
Gotta finish it.
All right, I think that's where you're going to be.
If I don't. I mean, if the fiber kicks in, you may have to finish the episode on your own, but I'm just saying.
Love my fibery soda. Yeah,
that's right. Oh. Did you see what Cornell did recently?
No.
Cornell University.
Not. Okay. Yeah, I know what it is. New York.
You've heard of it? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ivy League, all that. Yeah.
Yep.
So they have banned students.
Just stop there. That's what.
Yeah.
No students.
Shut it down.
Every professor's favorite school. No students. All right. Perfect.
That's right.
All right. So they banned students.
They have banned students from skinning and butchering animals in a communal kitchen. So, last year, 2 students.
Yep.
Here it is banning students from preparing wild game in communal kitchens after 2 students skinned and butchered a black bear last year. Yep. According to the Cornell Daily Sun in September, 2 students legally hunted an adult black bear, then skinned it and butchered it in a shared kitchen. So now they can no longer process wild game in a community kitchen. It is strictly prohibited. So men can no longer be men.
Yeah.
Where's the fun in that?
Well, yeah. I mean, if I had $1 for every time I skinned a black bear that I legally caught,
you wouldn't even have.
I wouldn't have $1. I have so many questions. I have so many questions about that.
Finger.
No. Yeah. The thing that takes my mind to is when I was a teacher and we had International Day, and everybody was supposed to bring food from their own culture. And one of the students went to the pet shop and bought a guinea pig. And honest to God, like grilled the guinea pig, skinned it, cut it, brought it, and let's just say that didn't go over well.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how different is that than butchering a black bear in the quad? Hey guys, time to butcher a bear tonight. You want to come?
Yeah, but normally you go down to like your local supermarket and get something that's already
No, it was a problem. But like I said, it's the only thing I can think of when you start telling me about students butchering black bears. I remember the International Day event of what year would that have been? I don't know. It had to be.
That was the last time we had International Food Day at Westminster.
Yeah, well, they did start changing some things because, so there you go. Well, look, this opening segment has definitely taken turns that I did not expect, because that's what happens when you're like us. You're on the brink. We're on episode 99. I mean, we just got to throw everything in here before, we become a politics podcast in episode 100. So Black Bear, butchery, vertical pints, harassment in the park. It's all there.
I'm just excited that we still have like 230 some odd episodes before I have to figure out
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons
I
and
was
Dragons.
thinking about that. And for anybody who's wondering about that reference, that was episode 4, so that was early on.
Early on.
Yeah, it was. Don and Dustin do Dungeons and Dragons, I think is what they came. Yeah, anyway, we're away from that. This is episode 99, and this is D4 Sports. D4 Sports, episode 99, coming back at you with some D4 business. And I want to start with this one, Dustin. You remember the Irish episode, just 2 podcasts back, 97, when I'd gotten back from Ireland and I told you about Gaelic football, right? And I'm trying to think. I don't think last time, did I mention who won the Gaelic football championship last time?
No, I don't believe so.
Did I mention this? Okay. So County Mayo won the Gaelic football championship. And I did a little more research on this. And actually, this whole the Gaelic football summer thing, it's an amateur competition. And it's all of the counties of Ireland compete. County Mayo won for the first time in 75 years. And the crazy thing about this is that the last time they won, like the other team, like a priest put a curse on them. Like literally, and I mean, it's just kind of like the curse of the Bambino sort of thing. But apparently some guy literally cursed him and said, you're never going to win again until all of you are gone. The last guy alive from the team that won 75 years ago died this year. And they won.
Oh my gosh.
But get this. So we're sitting at dinner. We had some friends come into town. We're sitting out at dinner down in kind of the Soho area. We're on the street, table next to us, couple of youngish girls, 20-ish.
Horizontal pints at this time?
Yeah, well, we were having cocktails, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I started talking about, I was telling Don, the guy we were with, I was like, hey, I don't know, have you seen any of this Gaelic football? Because County Mayo won, and that was a big deal. And the girls next to us turn and say, did you see? The curse was broken. And these are 2 girls from Ireland who overheard us, and we probably talked for 3 or 4 minutes, and they were like, this is the biggest thing ever. And it was just, I was like, see, I'm like, validation. This is a big deal. It was kind of wild. And we started talking, and they were like, yeah, the curse, the guy just died this last year. And they were telling the whole story, and I was like, there you go, County Mayo.
I mean,
but
I obviously am following it very, very closely.
Yeah, well, yes. Yeah. But the best thing of all, though, is the announcers. And you can go find some videos of the last minute of the match. and the announcers are just losing their minds, right? They're like,
Yeah,
come
I'm
on,
gonna have to go
lads.
look at that.
Hold on, lads. And then when they finally, they're like, literally, they're like, the famine is over. and they're like, the curse be damned. Hit the nuclear button. I mean, these guys are just going nuts. And you can just hear they're practically weeping in the stands. And the fans are just going nuts. And it really, it's like, it's akin to one of those, like, storybook Olympic moments, where you have somebody who, has come back from some sort of tragedy or whatever. It really was wild. But yeah, shout out to County Mayo for winning the Gaelic Football Association this year.
I mean, if you think about it, for somebody that's, 80, 85, they remember the last time, right?
That's right.
But they also know that there was the curse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Put on. And I'm sure it's been talked about, especially, after 50 years, it probably became this thing that, like,
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, this was the Red Sox beating the Yankees to win the World Series. I mean, it was that kind of thing, right? Yeah.
Well, not only that, but weren't the Red Sox down 0-3?
Well, yeah, there was that too. Yeah.
There's a whole story, but anyways.
Yeah.
For that person that's in their 80s that doesn't really remember, but like knows that they were alive during this period, to be able to hold on and say,
it's like a Jets fan. It's like a Jets fan who saw Joe Namath win, or the Cleveland Browns and somebody was alive when Jim Brown was playing. Yeah, well, or the Cubs.
The Cubs winning the World Series.
The Cubs got theirs a few years back, so they
no, but that's what I'm saying. It took
well, right, yeah, it was 100 years. Yeah,
time of the dinosaurs was the last one. So,
ooh, there's some cheap shots at Ryan Hiley flying there, but
absolutely.
All right, and so we're in D4 business. We're about to get some more D4 business, and the biggest right now piece, of course, is championship football getting started. Technically, this wasn't a game of the championship league, but yesterday Millwall had their first meaningful game of the season against QPR, Queen's Park Rangers, in the Carabao Cup first round, and went to penalties. And what happened, Dustin?
Good defense. It was so. Yes, I'm gonna backtrack real quick on this. I'm. The season to me is very much like a school year, in the sense that it is a long season and a very short break period, and you don't always see that in sports. You do see more of a lengthy break. We didn't really see that. There was a lot of moving pieces, a lot of things that we thought were going to happen that didn't happen. We still kept Femi Aziz. We still got Josh Coburn. But like you said, next Saturday is going to be the first game of the actual season itself.
League
but they do right. They do have the Carabao Cup, which is all teams in England, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much. Oh, the top 5 leagues. Yeah. I mean,
right. That's what I was thinking. The top 5 leagues.
Yeah.
They all play in a tournament for the
that goes all season long. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you can play a League 2 team. You could play a Premier League team. Like there's like you play everybody. But I felt like this had some merit and meaning behind it to start the season due to the fact that you are playing a champion. Like this is a team that is in your division.
Yeah, QPR was like 10th last year or something like that. Yeah, kind of.
So you're playing a team that has some not just relevance, but it's a team that you're going to be playing throughout the season.
Absolutely. Yep.
And so I thought that was big. And I think I told you, I texted you and said this game has a feel of a preseason game. Like it felt like there was nothing. Although we had all our starters were playing. Yeah. And so even the new guy, Metcalf, I think his name is. Yep. So it didn't feel like there was a lot into it. And it was funny. About 2 minutes after I sent that text, the announcer says, "This has the feel of a preseason friendly game." I was like, "Of course it does."
Podcast. Yeah.
I mean, I should be, a new soccer announcer because I know it. Football. Sorry, my bad. Maybe not. But with the Carabao Cup, it goes to penalties right after full time. It does not go to extended time. like everybody saw in the World Cup. The fun part is the penalties, right?
Yeah.
So right after full time, it goes directly to penalties until the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
And so yesterday it goes, we score, and then an own goal. They score an own goal.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy did a header and it hit off our player's shin and went into the goal.
Yeah.
But what was astounding was the penalty kicks. I think you said 85% of the time, the guy kicking will score.
That's about the percentage of that's
like
Premier
for the top
League.
tier.
Tier. Yeah. It's about 85% of penalty kicks are made. Yeah.
Right. And very rarely do you see 2 out of 5 blocked.
Right. Yeah. I mean, sometimes guys will miss, right? They'll hit the bar.
They'll miss.
Or they'll overfire, kind of thing. But
absolutely
pretty rare
to get blocking it, like the goalie
to get 2 saves. Yeah.
Guessing which direction the ball is going to go. Millwall's goalie blocked all 4 kicks that were
4 in a row.
All 4.
Yeah.
I have never seen that before.
No. Well, and I was reading some things online. Yeah, I mean, somebody in Millwall was talking about apparently a Millwall keeper back in the 80s or 90s saved 5. There was one time when they saved, back when they used to be, you had to take all 5 kicks. We only had to take 4 because Millwall made their first 2.
Correct.
So as soon as they got down to less than 2 shots,
Best
they
of
just
5.
called it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we won 2-0 on penalty kicks out of 4 penalty kicks. But yeah, Jensen stopping all 4. That's, and I mean, there's so many things about it, right? Obviously, great to win the game. Millwall historically has not taken the Carballo Cup seriously, which might be part of the reason why it was sort of a kind of, we'll play it like a friendly. There wasn't a lot of fire in the game, but obviously good to win, and now they care, and now they'll keep going. But the boost of confidence for the goalie that's incredible. I mean, saving 4 in a row. I mean, I'm not even sure on an individual performance, that's like your starting pitcher, your ace coming out and throwing a no-hitter on opening day, right? I mean, that's, that kind of level of, okay, we're locked in, we're ready to go. So,
right.
Yeah.
No, it was very, very impressive for the Millwall hopeful, and it was at QPR. So it was an away game, which I guess that tracks for last season.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be interesting this year because I was just reading some, predictions for the championship this year, and oftentimes the teams that get relegated from the Premier League are teams that had only been up a year or 2. Like Burnley is back, right? Burnley made it for 1 season and they're coming right back, right?
Right.
And that happens a lot. But this year we have 2 teams coming down who've been in the Premier League. Well, West Ham got, of course, relegated. They've been in the Premier League since it became the Premier League, I think. So, or close to it, like 20 years. Wolves has also been in the Premier League for a decade. Now, they haven't been particularly competitive the last few years, but they still didn't get relegated. So to have 2 teams that are kind of like anchor pieces of the Premier League back in Championship, it's going to be really, really hard for anybody in the Championship to beat them. I mean, if they surely one of those will win the league, I would have to guess, right?
And of course, you have to guess as well.
And you have Burnley back, who's going to be tough.
Yeah. As much as I would hate to say it.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're being honest, I think the top of the league right now is going to be West Ham.
I mean, they should, right?
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to say that, but I don't. I mean, the Wolves. Is it Wolverhampton?
Technically, yes, Wolverhampton Wanderers, but they just go by Wolves. Yes.
Right. I mean, they're good enough to have been a staple of a team in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But I think West Ham made more of a dent in longevity. So I feel that throughout this year that we're going to see, West Ham at the top of the division. Yeah. Which is really hard for most Millwall fans, if not all Millwall fans, to see that. But I mean, let's be honest, they've been a better team than us.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They are Millwall's arch rivals, so it's already on the calendar. September 17th is the first of the matchups.
Do you know what I want for my birthday?
I have an idea, and it looks like a Millwall victory.
That's right.
So, yeah. So, but then of course we also still have Ipswich and Southampton, both of whom made the playoffs, and Wrexham, who's again going to be tough, as well as all the other teams. So and although they're expanding the playoffs this year, I think they were expanding it to 8. I think I saw, so which gives us a better chance to get into the playoff, but I'm not sure that gives us a better chance at promotion. But
right.
We'll see. It all gets underway next weekend with the first official game, but good start to Millwall season. Good win over a good team on the road in penalties, and a big confidence boost for our goalie. So here we go. Come on, you Lions. Let's make this the season.
Come on, you Lions.
With that, let me then say we have the D4 Premier League game is live again. So it's time for everybody to sign up for the D4 Premier League. I will send a link out to that to get our signups back for whoever might want to play again. Haven't had a lot of U.S. participation in that. I mean, we had some people who've signed up. I'm not sure how much they actually paid attention, but if you want to do it, this could be your year. Let's get out there and have some fun with Premier League Fantasy getting started. Premier League doesn't start for, I think it's 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
On like the 21st or 24th, something like that.
Correct.
And then also, of course, NFL Pick'em's coming up. We're going to be doing our NFL preview here soon because the season is coming up in just a few short weeks. I'll save my comments about the preseason until the next segment. We'll do a little NFL talk in D4 or in Sports Roundup, but so we'll have those 2 games getting started. We'll send out the signups. Get yourself signed up. Get ready for a great season. Let's have it. Let's have some fun again. Friendly competition for the upcoming season. I saw this story today, Dustin, and I have to bring it up. So as we have talked about, immediately adjacent to the Den where Millwall plays, there is the Thunderdome, right? Mm-hmm. The London Thunder, some level of basketball team here in the UK. I don't really know. Actually, I didn't look into it enough to know exactly who they are. But Dustin, as I said, I tried to get you to say, you should come over here and coach the London Thunder, right? And now I'm going to give you just this much more incentive, because not only could you be coaching the London Thunder, you could be going head to head with a current NBA, we'll call him superstar, who is from London. Do you know who in the NBA is from London?
Current player?
Yes. Won the title this year on the Knicks.
No.
He's the OG. OG Anunoby was born.
Oh.
Anunoby was born in London, and I saw this story about he's made some big donations to local basketball parks and things, trying to provide more safer places for London basketball. But I also saw that he is a shareholder in the London Lions, which is a basketball team, based out of Stratford, which is kind of up. That's where West Ham plays. So see that it's just all there. It's you against OG Anunoby. It's Stratford basketball versus Millwall, West Ham. It's all there. It's like a green light open for you to come bring basketball to the people and square off against a true NBA talent.
I mean, that'd be difficult. He's the OG.
He is the OG.
That'd be tough to compete against.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually playing, but I bet you could get him out there for a little one-on-one. You could take him
to dinner.
to the pub. You can take him to the pub.
Yeah, that's about the only place I could take him.
Yeah, he actually I saw. So he was born in London, only lived in here until he was like 4 or 5 years old. His father was a professor at Oxford and took over a position in of all places, Jefferson City, Missouri, and was taught economics there. And Anunoby went to Jefferson City High School and was in like their Hall of Fame. No big surprise there. And then went on. Where did he go to college? I just saw. He didn't go to Mizzou, Indiana. Went to Indiana for just 2 years, I think, and then went to the NBA. But anyway, I thought I'd just throw it out there. The invitation's open for you to come head to head, you and OG. What do you think?
Let's do it. You set it up. I will try to get there.
I'll give OG a call. We'll see what we can do.
Sounds good. Episode 100.
Well, give me a few more. Give me a few more to try to get that worked out. But
okay.
Anyway, all right. So with that, Dustin and OG, keep your eyes tuned. That's happening coming up soon on D4 Sports. Welcome back, D4 Sports, episode 99, on the brink of just who knows what. And you know what else is on the brink is the NFL season is on the brink of getting started. We had, and I'm just going to call it right now, Dustin, Haynes King MVP. Prove me wrong.
Is he their starting quarterback?
I mean, no, but that was a heck of a game. Hall of Fame game.
It was a good game. I
got to actually say, I started watching it, and the first couple of drives looked like kind of classic preseason football. And I was like, I'm like, does this get interesting? And I went, and I checked the final score because I was watching it on delay on Friday morning. And I saw that it was 33-30. And I was like, okay, I'm watching because
that's a lot.
I mean, yeah, it is. I mean, so many preseason games are, 14-6 or 12-9. Or I mean, it's pretty. I mean, I got to say, the Hall of Fame game, which is normally the worst game of the year, and this year featuring Arizona and Carolina, two teams. This was everything you could want in a preseason game. Everything you could want in a preseason.
It was, because normally with preseason, it's one, you're keeping a lot of things close to the chest, like especially offensively.
Yeah.
And I don't think they went crazy on things, but typically your defense is going to play much, much better than your offense. Because with offense, it's about timing, it's about routes, it's about all these things. So you're trying to learn all that. And then defense is like, I'm just going to go out. I mean, I know it's more intricate than that. But
and especially in the preseason, defenses play vanilla looks. They play shell, they play base, and they just turn their guys loose and let them go make plays. Yeah.
And just go. And so that's why you see the low scores typically. But this was, I mean, Carson Beck looked really good.
I do have to say, it's the first preseason game and he's playing against, although Carolina's defense should be pretty good. They didn't play many starters. All those caveats, I would say, you can see, because Haynes King was an absolute delight to watch, but he looked like a rookie quarterback who's not going to play, right? His feet were all over the place. He was tucking it and running. He's great. He's obviously very athletic.
Completions for 180 yards.
Yeah. Yeah. He was dumping it off. His throwing motion was weird. I mean, look, great athlete, obviously had a great career at Georgia Tech, and this was a great game, great finish, huge play.
Good finish.
Carson Beck looked in control of the game and was making throws that, again, okay, fine, preseason, but he put it in some tight windows. The accuracy was really impressive.
But legitimate first NFL
the poise in the pocket was impressive. I mean,
even coming out the bootlegs, I
agree.
He looked like somebody that has a chance. Like, let's be honest.
I agree. He looked like somebody who,
especially in Arizona,
could be ready to play. Yeah, and they got Jacoby Brissett right now, so there you go. But
who's gonna start? But you get 4 or 5 games in,
Right.
and Carson keeps progressing,
Yeah.
you don't know. But he looked more ready.
He did look good. He looked poised. He looked comfortable, which, again, usually rookie quarterbacks don't. So that was good. But so anyway, Haynes King is my early odds-on MVP vote for the season. But there's that. NFL news, of course. Go ahead.
I'll take, if you put your odds-on favorite, I will take the field in that. So how much do you want to put on?
All the money in my pocket. We'll go with that. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's not a serious bet. So anyway, NFL getting ready to kick off, and a couple of running backs getting paid this week. Jahmyr Gibbs, huge contract. Bijan Robinson, huge contract. Jonathan Taylor, huge contract. All three of them, all well deserved, I think. Nice to see those under wraps. But who doesn't have a contract yet? Not a running back, but we talked about him a couple episodes ago. Remember, I brought him up. Baker Mayfield still doesn't have a contract. And he said, I'm not talking about it during the season. So he's supposedly put the squash on it, which means Baker Mayfield could be a free agent quarterback at the end of this season. And I would say that's the biggest name, most talented free agent quarterback we would have seen in a decade, in my mind, other than Brady. I mean, when Brady, right. But everybody kind of knew what Brady was going to do. But yeah,
most teams would want to try to wrap up a quarterback like that pretty quickly. If they're wanting to keep him.
Yeah.
Right. So I think Tampa Bay would have come to the table quickly with something, but for him to just say, we're going to wait. I mean, that kind of speaks some volume.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his side is saying that it was actually an insulting offer. And they have been fairly tight-lipped about it, but I mean, Baker's 30, 31. So the way the quarterbacks are going, he's got a solid 5 to 7 years, probably, Mm-hmm. And I think it was an issue of length of the contract as well as guaranteed money. And I mean, look, Baker Mayfield took the Cleveland Browns to the playoffs, and he's taken Tampa to the playoffs. So,
I don't know. That Tampa offense could be really good this year.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think that Baker's going to do. I think he's going to have a strong season, and I'm surprised because it's like Tampa. Like, who do you think you're going to go to? Who do you think you're going to?
Like, typically, you would have this wrapped up if it's somebody you want to keep for the next 4 to 5 years. I
mean, Tampa could very easily find themselves in a Pittsburgh situation, right? Where they've got a good team and no quarterback, and maybe they try to find. I mean, they bring Kirk Cousins in. Who knows at this point? But
he doesn't get beat up.
Yeah. So anyway, and then I saw this one, and I thought this was really something. Taysom Hill. There was a big story about how Taysom Hill is not going to be back with the Saints. He hasn't retired, and I just like, okay. Taysom Hill is one of the most curious NFL players in the history of the NFL to me. And I was like, oh, he's a Swiss Army knife. He can do anything. And I'm like, yeah, but he doesn't do that much, right? And so I went and I pulled up Taysom Hill's stats, okay? 9 years in the league. As a quarterback, a grand total of 2,426 passing yards with 12 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Okay. Now, he didn't play quarterback a lot, right? I mean, he did. Oftentimes when he did, he'd run it. So 9 years in the league. Guess how many rushing yards he has?
I'm going to say 1,500.
A little more than that. 2,551 rushing yards. He only had over 400 yards in a season 3 times. And he's got a grand total of 34 rushing touchdowns. Okay. And he's got 1,034 total receiving yards and 11 touchdowns. So in 9 years in the league, he's accounted for 45 touchdowns. right? Which, I mean, that's not nothing, right? I mean, that's 5 touchdowns a season. That's good. But for a guy who kind of wasn't even a position, right? Like he was listed as tight end, but I don't know, man. I guess you give it to him. You say you did more with less than maybe anybody in the NFL ever has. But I mean, can you think of anybody like him who has kind of gotten the hype he had that had
No, I think
marginal
I
impact?
think I agree with you that there's more hype than there is substance. He's not a bad player, right?
No.
And we know that.
I mean, he played 9 years in the
But
NFL, right? So there's
But
that.
to call him a Swiss Army knife, maybe a rusty Swiss Army knife.
Maybe one of the small ones, only like 2 blades and a scissor.
I mean, I feel like when he got in, despite people getting hurt, like at quarterback,
Yeah.
if he needed to go in and play a few
Yeah.
snaps or whatever, it was, and not the rushing, but more like gimmicky.
Right.
Not always.
Yeah.
But it felt like we've got to switch things up real quick. Let's try this, right? And so it wasn't this is our go-to, this is our like something that we're going to do often. It was like, this is in our back pocket type play.
Yeah. Huh?
That's how
Swiss Army knife.
that's how I
back
felt
pocket.
about him. There you go. There you go. But that's how I felt about him. Was more
yeah.
of the, we don't really want to have to use him, but we will if
Right.
time
Well,
and
and it's
place.
like, and
Right,
like we
right.
like him. Now, I suppose I could go back if I really wanted to and break down like his production based on how many snaps he actually played. And I would imagine then his numbers would look really good, right? Like I'm sure the number of what did he have? They had 34 rushing touchdowns. I'm sure he probably ran the ball only 400 or 500 times total. So statistically, that's
Percentage-wise,
probably
yeah.
percentage-wise, that's probably great. But I don't know. I always kind of wondered why the love for this guy so much. I never quite understood it. Interesting guy to have on your team, versatile, can do things for you. And I think Sean Payton used him to maximum effect, but I don't know. He's always been a curious one to me about a guy who like why he was always such a big deal. But yeah, anyway,
489
total rushes.
rushing attempts.
Yeah. So 34 touchdowns on 489 rushes. That's 6% or something. That's good. Yeah, I don't know. I saw one other thing. I'll just mention it briefly. I've never been a season ticket guy since I've been an adult for any team, but did you happen to see the video of how the Raiders sent out their season tickets this year?
Mm-mm.
If you bought Raiders season tickets, they showed up in you've seen the poker briefcases, right? When you have a poker set, like a portable poker set, this really slick black box with the Raiders. You open it up, there's chips, there's sets of poker chips with the Raiders logos on them. There's a couple of playing cards with the Raiders on them. Your physical tickets are in there. It was actually like really, really cool, right? I mean, because they're
and
Vegas.
Play on location. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was like, and frankly, my brother is a big Raiders fan, right? That's the sort of thing I would just buy him as a Christmas gift. I mean, it was cool enough that I'd be like, I would, if I had a Raider fan in my life and I wanted to get him an interesting gift, I'd go with that. It was that nice. Now we'll see if the Raiders are going to be any good, but I've never seen anything like that in terms for other teams. But there you go. So kudos to the Raiders for their season ticket package. All right. Hey, baseball.
That it? Moving on. How about the Red Sox?
Yeah, well, yeah, the Red Sox are
Jeez.
right now the story of the league being like 35-5 over the last 40, something ridiculous.
Something absolutely ridiculous.
So, we've talked at length about the parity in baseball, but guess what? As of right now, 9 of the top 11 teams in spending have winning records The only outsiders are the Mets, who went on a fire sale and blew the team up, and the Blue Jays. Maybe it's a World Series hangover. Who knows? All the rest of them have winning records. All teams spending between 12 and 18 have losing records. And then you have the Brewers, although technically the Rangers just are one game over 500. So they've just eked that out. And then you have the Brewers, who are at 19th. And then all of the remaining teams from 20 to 30, only 2 have winning records, the White Sox and the Rays at 25 and 27. And the Marlins are right at 500 at number 30. So what we are seeing is pretty much exactly what we've been talking about.
Coming back to the mean.
It's balancing out, reversion to the mean, and the top spending teams are winning and the bottom spending teams are not. And I don't know. Did you see somebody was talking about, because there's all this talk about an impending lockout in MLB, right? Because of, the Dodgers go out and sign Tariq Skubal, the best pitcher in the game, just further extending their ridiculous spending number, right? And, there's talk about salary cap. There's talk about all these certain things. And people are like, oh, if you try to put a salary cap in, the players will never do it. They'll walk out, blah, 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 all this sort of stuff. Well, interestingly, John Smoltz said, here's how you do it. If you want to make things competitive, have the playoffs determined by the first half of the season and the second half of the season, right? So essentially, if you're winning your division at the end of the first half of the season, you're in the playoffs. And then at the second half of the season, whoever's winning at the end of the season is also in the playoffs. And his point was small market teams can be competitive in a half the season. In an 80-game season, they can be competitive. Over 162, they don't have the depth. They don't have, they don't have, that was the main thing, right? I mean, the skill players obviously are going to be the skill players, but they don't have the depth. They don't have the guys to make up for injuries and time off and those sorts of things. And it's interesting because that's almost exactly what we're seeing as we've been tracing it, right? Through the first 80, 90 games, you had 5 or 6 teams at the bottom that were, in terms of spending, who were in the top. And now...
that would have helped the Cardinals. No, the Cardinals
exactly.
were great over the first 80 games, and now they're not. But I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like that could be. I hadn't heard that, but that does make some sense.
Yeah, they won't do it.
It won't happen. No.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea to turn it into 2 sort of mini seasons. Yeah, I wonder if it would work though, because it would definitely force teams to play differently, and to use their people differently. But I don't see that happening. But something has to be done, because it's just you have the haves and the have-nots, right? That's all there's to it.
Absolutely. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So 17 teams have losing records. 15 of those are outside the top 10 spending. So that's pretty clear, cut and dried. A couple of other bits of news. Max Scherzer just cracked the top 10 all-time strikeout leaders, passing Walter Johnson. So kudos to Scherzer. Fun story. Tristan Peters, do you know who he is?
I've heard
Tristan
the name.
Peters was an all-star for the White Sox, and he hit for the cycle. But the reason that's such a big deal is in the summer of 2021, Tristan Peters, guess who he played for?
No idea.
The Savannah Bananas.
Wow.
Tristan
nice.
Peters was a Savannah Banana in 2021 before he got called up to the big leagues, and has turned it into not only an all-star, but best for the cycle. I believe he's the first Savannah Banana to actually make an impact in the major leagues. So that's fun. I think, to me, obviously we talked about the Red Sox, but the only other real big story that I can see right now is Yordan Alvarez for the Astros, who first place, third place in Triple Crown race for average home runs, RBIs. And that's for all of baseball. And he's actually got a solid lead in all three of those categories in the American League. So we might have a legit Triple Crowner. What, you kind of smirking at that? What's
I had a conversation about this last night.
Oh, really?
About Yordan Alvarez and what he's doing, and he's not on a great team. It's like
no, yeah,
he's doing very well for himself individually.
Which goes to show it doesn't always mean wins. But
I mean, hashtag Mike Trout.
Well, my question last night. Let me go to the full conversation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I asked Sam, my buddy. I said,
"Yeah,
what player do you kind of feel bad for? The team, the year that they're having, the team that they're on." And then I said, "Take out Mike Trout."
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So that was the question.
Who played with Albert Pujols, Shohei Ohtani, and anyway, yeah. And he's
I was like, you got to take out Mike Trout in this question, and then Yordan was my
nice
my guy. I'm like, I feel bad for him because he's having such a great year.
Yeah.
But Mike Trout.
Well,
it doesn't turn into wins.
Yeah. No. And I think that's probably one of the biggest differences between baseball and all the other three major sports is that unless you're a starting pitcher, it's pretty difficult to really, and even then you only pitch every 5 days. So it's, you might be able to be dominant in your starts, but it's really hard for a position player to.
You can be dominant in your starts and get 0 run support too. I mean, Paul Skeens.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, fair enough. But yeah, it doesn't always turn into wins. But even if you are a pitcher who goes 24-4 or something, your team still might only win 75 games, right? Kind of.
Right.
Thing. So
yes.
And as a position player, you can be the best player in the league. You can hit, you could, who knows, pull Hack Wilson out, 190 RBIs, right? You could go crazy, but you still may not actually be able to,
Yeah, you put Shohei on the Rockies, the Rockies are still going to be bad. And I know Shohei is good, right?
Yeah.
But let's be honest, he's not going to turn that franchise on its head.
No, not really. I got 2 others, but I'll just go with one. The San Fran. Did you hear about Harrison Bader?
Oh, no.
Harrison Bader, former St. Louis Cardinal, right?
I know. Yeah.
Now on the San Francisco Giants. San Francisco Giants outfielder Harrison Bader is expected to miss the rest of the season with a major foot injury after he got drunk, hopped on a scooter, and crashed into a fire truck. Apparently, one of the wheels of the fire truck then rolled over his already injured foot, and Harrison Bader is out for the rest of the season.
I mean, I don't want to say good on him, but nobody wants to play for the Giants. So if you have got to find a way of getting injured to be out for the season.
Scooter versus fire truck. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
He's like a journeyman kind of guy. I mean, he's played for the Yankees. He's played for the Twins. He's kind of.
I knew he came up with the Cardinals. I think he came up with the Cardinals. And
yes,
then after he left the Cardinals, I haven't paid any attention to where he was.
And he's a great outfielder. His bat's not really. I mean, he bats the 8 and 9 slot. So
yeah. No, he was a great center fielder, right? I mean, I played center fielder for the Cardinals and could cover the ground. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Phenomenal guy on the defensive end.
And he's not running for a while.
And obviously, fire trucks are a better defender than he was. So
yeah. All right, and with that, we will bring our sports roundup to a close for episode 99 of D4 Sports. Dustin just polished off the rest of his full fiber soda, full fiber, low sugar, just the way you want to go with your soda.
Tejas Cola, just brought to you by Ladybird.
Just in time for last call, and I want to throw 2 quick ones out And I'll start with this one, just kind of related. Have you heard about like dirty sodas, like the Mormon drink, right? Where they put like, I don't know, coconut or stuff in soda? That's kind of I guess it became a big deal on like the Mormon Wives show or whatever it was. Well, that's my daughter. I remember my daughter talking about it because she saw it on there.
Uh-huh.
It's such a big
literally
deal.
your go-to show.
It is. Yeah, no, I don't even know what it's called. But at any rate, it's such a big deal that the Salt Lake City Bees, which is a minor league baseball team, are now on Wednesday night games officially going to be the Utah Dirty Sodas. I don't know why it's on Wednesday, but
it's church night.
Yeah. So that will be
Hunter loves. I can't believe I'm saying this. Hunter loves a dirty Mountain Dew.
That just sounds bad. That sounds like a sickness. Sounds like a disease. I got dirty Mountain Dew.
Right. Oh, stay away from you.
And I got one other quick one before I throw it over to you. Man of the People alert. Kyle Berkshire, who has won the longest drive contest, just hit the longest drive ever recorded. Not even just in a contest. 579.6 yards. A carry of 492 yards. Man of the People. Jeez. Kyle Berkshire. He's got a great Instagram page in case you want to watch. It's unbelievable how far he hits the ball. But
that's 5 football fields.
That's a long way.
That is a long ways.
That's a long way. All right. Give me a last call.
That was impressive. That's a long ways.
That's a long way.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
So yesterday, do you know who, I'm probably going to get the first name wrong, Dejanai Carrington is?
Basketball. Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
WNBA. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you see what happened yesterday?
I mean, speaking of politics, the WNBA is just becoming a firestorm of nonsense, but
I was going to say a dumpster fire.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Her flagrant 2.
Yeah. So Sophia Cunningham goes up for a layup, and Carrington comes in, and I mean, flagrants are based off of: is there a play on the ball? Is there intent to harm? I mean, there's all these things, right? Like it is laid out like a checklist. Like this is.
Yeah.
And I feel like this incident may have checked all those boxes.
You think? I saw.
Was there a play on the ball? No.
No.
Was there intent to harm? Yeah. I'm surprised her head is still on her shoulders.
I saw an Instagram comment. Somebody was like, somebody said that happens on the playground. Somebody's getting shot.
Oh,
it was.
I mean,
that was rough. That was Lambier. That was Bill Lambier-esque.
It was very much a bad boy type foul.
Yeah.
So then they go to the monitor and they're like, flagrant 2, she's gone.
Yeah.
The look on Carrington's face, priceless. She's like, how? I don't get it. Did
she
you
went full
see
Draymond
what
Green?
she did afterwards?
I did. I'll let you tell it, but I did see it. Yeah.
This is a segue into our political show next episode. She goes on to X, Twitter, whatever, and says 2 words: white privilege in all caps.
Yeah.
And I get, real quick, I get that's still out there. I get that there's a lot of underlying things. But if we're to take this incident,
by itself,
standalone,
standalone
incident.
Yeah,
that's all I am saying is this standalone incident. That, for her to go out there and do that is like
that was something. Yeah,
you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, but that aside, between all the stuff that's happened with Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham and just all of the rest of the WNBA. The commissioner's got to get things under control because it's a problem.
It is, but
yeah,
I mean, there's so many different storylines with the WNBA right now, and not just Caitlin Clark, who is maybe right now having the historically best season.
Yeah,
I mean, she is just killing it right now, which was to be expected. She's a great player.
Great player, yeah.
But there's especially with the bans versus the not banning on women and transgender and all that stuff. Who gets to play where?
It's a mess.
And questions being asked to players, GMs, coaches, everybody within the WNBA, and the stances and different things like that. I just feel like it's no longer about the sport right now.
It's not at all, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a mess.
And I don't dislike the WNBA. Like, I will watch it, but I feel like with everything going on and conversations and where things are going, I don't even want to do that. I mean, I remember when they did a whole bunch of stuff with the NFL and everybody's like, oh, I'm not watching the NFL anymore. Like, it's all political. It's all this. Like, it kind of is part of it. Like, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Sports and politics have always been connected. I mean, this is a whole nother segment, for a whole nother show. But yeah, no, I'm with you. It's just for as much as a rise in stardom that they've had since Caitlin Clark showed up, and we chronicled it on here very well, to just see them just turn their own guns on themselves and just fire at each other. I don't know. Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't something that's been over like a 5-6 year period. That's like a gradual. It was 2 years. Yeah.
It's a mess. All right. Well, I've got two more. We had another world record set this last week, or maybe it was a week and a half ago. I think you've got a shot at this one. Hafþór Bulis Bjornsson set a new world record by throwing a 56-pound weight over a 20-foot 4-inch bar.
Is your statement that I have a shot at spelling his name? Or
I don't know. Maybe picking up the weight. You could probably lift the weight.
Not throwing the weight.
A 56-pound weight over a bar 20 feet in the air. That's insane.
There's no way I could throw my daughter over a 20-foot fence right now.
No, ever. Yeah. And then, by the way, he deadlifted 400 kilograms, which is 881 pounds, 7 times. He did 7 reps of a 400-kilogram deadlift. So there's that. Yeah, well, okay. And this one, I'm going to finish it, and I'm not going to go. This is neither politics nor sports nor drink. But there might be drinking involved, but I didn't say. But welcome to England, where a guy, I don't know what his name is. He's a 26-year-old man dressed as the Grim Reaper, stood on top of a hospital, staring down at the patients and visitors who were driving in for about 45 minutes. Then he got arrested. He's only fined 200 pounds. I can't remember what it was for. Causing a public nuisance or something. And when asked, he said, I was dressed like a crow, which I'm not sure that's any better. But the Grim Reaper standing over the entrance to the hospital.
His name is Casper.
Okay now. Yeah. I don't know, man. That just sort of sums up 2026 in some ways. That's the Grim Reaper standing over the hospital. Oy.
I mean, that sums up every year. I feel like it just kind of like towards the end of every year, we're like, the next one's going to be better.
Can't be any worse. After COVID,
but okay. So we have talked, you and I, on outside of this podcast in regards to our humor.
Mm-hmm.
We may lean a little sometimes to the darker side.
Like sharing jokes about the Grim Reaper over the hospital.
That's funny.
It is funny.
That's funny. I deal in death all the time. So
yeah.
I mean, if anybody were to dress up as the Grim Reaper,
yeah,
I'm going to do it at the next service.
Well,
I'm sure the family would love that.
Yeah. We are on the brink, Dustin. D4 on the brink. Episode 99. We're almost exactly 3 years old. I believe our first episode came out about
August 17th.
August 17th. So we're
August 17th.
About a week away, 3 years ago. We're on the brink of our 100th episode. And to everybody who's still listening, and especially Japan, have to just say thanks. Thank you for following along with us, for keeping a listening up. Like us, share us, do all that stuff. Publicize if you want. I don't even know at this point. You got any final words for our listeners, Dustin?
Well, if we do make it to episode 100, for those
odds are we
listening,
will. Odds are we will.
There's a good chance. I would love to have drink recommendations, and I will do my best to get those on episode 100, no matter the drink.
Yeah. So post something on social, or we do have an email, d4.donanddustin@gmail.com. There you go. If you want to do that, but bring in a drink recommendation and we'll get it on here. But
you may have messed up there. All those in Japan listening will now spam that email.
Oh man. Well, hopefully Gmail's got a good filter. But, anyway, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, which will be our 100th, I say D4 out.
D4 Sports is brought to you by Don and Dustin, and by our sponsors, Sports and Day Drinking. Special thanks go to Trey Klein for providing the music behind D4, and all our friends and family for supporting us throughout this effort.